They found a lost city in the jungle, but opening it may have doomed us all. Don't miss the next mystery, subscribe now. It began with what seemed like a routine aerial survey. A small team of archaeologists, working with a drone operator, were mapping dense jungle terrain that had long resisted exploration. For centuries, this part of the rainforest had been regarded as impenetrable, a green fortress concealing nothing more than tangled vines, venomous wildlife, and ancient trees older than any human settlement nearby. But as the drone passed over a section of unusually symmetrical canopy, the camera captured something impossible to dismiss: faint, geometric patterns, eerily precise, forming squares and circles beneath the foliage. Nature does not build such perfect shapes. Intrigued, the team returned the next day with advanced LiDAR scanning technology. This tool could pierce through the vegetation, revealing the contours of the ground below. When the data was processed, the archaeologists stood frozen. Beneath the jungle lay an immense city, its grid-like streets stretching for miles, colossal stone structures arranged with mathematical precision, and what appeared to be a massive central pyramid, now swallowed entirely by roots and moss. This was no small settlement. This was an advanced civilization that had flourished long before recorded history in the region. News of the findings spread quickly within academic circles. However, the team was cautious. They knew the jungle had claimed many explorers before, both through its dangerous terrain and the mysteries it guarded. There were no historical records, no oral traditions among nearby indigenous tribes mentioning such a vast metropolis. How could a city of this size and sophistication simply vanish from history? And why did no one ever stumble upon its ruins until now? The first expedition to reach the site on foot faced challenges almost immediately. The oppressive humidity made breathing difficult, and swarms of insects plagued every step. Massive tree roots twisted over hidden stairways, and some paths were so overgrown they had to be cut inch by inch. Yet, the deeper the team ventured, the clearer it became that the jungle was hiding something far stranger than just forgotten architecture. Carvings, still visible despite centuries of erosion, depicted beings with elongated skulls, star-like symbols, and scenes of what seemed to be an exodus, crowds leaving the city under the gaze of a fiery object in the sky. As night fell, the team camped near a large stone plaza, its surface uneven from the relentless push of tree roots. The silence was unsettling. Even the usual chorus of jungle insects seemed muted. Then, in the early hours, one of the archaeologists awoke to the sound of stone shifting, slow, deliberate, as if something beneath the plaza was moving. The ground trembled faintly before falling still. No one slept well after that. By morning, they discovered another startling detail: the plaza was not just a floor. It was a sealed entrance to something buried deep below. The markings near the edges resembled locking mechanisms rather than mere decoration. Whatever lay inside had been intentionally hidden, perhaps to protect it, or to protect the world from it. The realization dawned: they hadn't just found a lost civilization. They had stumbled upon a mystery powerful enough to rewrite human history. And possibly, one that someone, or something, did not want uncovered. Secrets of the Subterranean City. With the sealed entrance identified, the team faced a decision: notify international authorities or proceed in secret. After heated debates, they chose the latter, fearing that outside intervention might lead to the site being exploited, looted, or destroyed. Using ground-penetrating radar, they confirmed that beneath the plaza lay a vast underground complex, multi-level chambers, long corridors, and what seemed to be massive vaults. The first attempt to breach the entrance failed. The locking mechanisms, carved from some kind of stone harder than granite, refused to yield to conventional tools. It took days of careful work and improvised engineering to finally loosen the ancient seals. As the massive stone slab slid open, a gust of stale, cool air poured out, carrying with it the faint scent of something metallic. Torches lit, the team descended the narrow staircase into the darkness below. The underground city was nothing like they expected. The walls were lined with a strange metallic alloy, cool to the touch and immune to the corrosion of time. Intricate murals stretched along the corridors, telling stories in a language no one could read. But some imagery was clear, depictions of constellations, strange flying craft, and figures that seemed to blend human and non-human traits. In the central chamber, they found the most astonishing artifact of all, a massive crystalline sphere, suspended in mid-air by an unknown force. Inside the sphere swirled what looked like liquid light, constantly shifting into complex patterns. None of the team could explain how it worked, but when one archaeologist stepped closer, the patterns shifted violently, forming what appeared to be maps of Earth, past, present, and future. The room seemed to hum with energy, resonating through their bones. Some members wanted to document everything and leave. Others insisted on activating the sphere fully to see what it would reveal. But the deeper they probed, the more unsettling the atmosphere became. Their electronic devices began to fail. Lights flickered. Whispers, faint and indecipherable, seemed to emanate from the very walls. One night, a member of the team vanished without a trace. His tent was untouched, his belongings still there, but his footprints led directly into the sealed chamber, now mysteriously open again, despite being locked hours before. The survivors began to suspect that this lost civilization might have left more than artifacts behind. Perhaps they had abandoned the city because of something they had unleashed, something that now stirred again, awakened by human intrusion. As they prepared to leave, one last chilling discovery was made. Etched deep into the metal of the exit door were words, not in any known language, but somehow understood by all who looked upon them. "We left to save you. If you open the way, you will follow us." The team fled the jungle, leaving most of their equipment behind. But the knowledge of what they saw, and the haunting feeling that the sphere had noticed them, would never leave. They knew they had uncovered something extraordinary, but also something that might be better left buried forever.